My name is Dave Landry, CEO and co-founder of Datawheel, and we build automated reporting systems. We like to say our background is in the intersection of design, academia, and technology. So I'm a traditional graphic designer that discovered visualization. I founded the company with Cesar Hidalgo, a former MIT Media Lab professor, and Alex Simoes, who's going to be joining me at the booth later, who's a computer scientist in this space. And we kind of all overlapped with this idea of data exists, we're all collecting it, but it's really hard to use. And so we start to bring that human element into it. So the current paradigm as we see it is everybody's collecting data, right? We almost have too much that we know what to do with it, right? And then there becomes that problem of how do you ask questions of that data? We give if you can see it on this screen here, the data like warehouse analogy. So if you go to a big box store, you don't necessarily start in the warehouse. You want to see the showroom. What kind of living rooms can I build with this data? That sort of thing. And that's what we're doing and we're building. What if we can organize this data in a way so that we can, on the fly, ask specific questions of this data and present it in automated reports so that every week you could log into a system, say, what's the current status in San Francisco, or how's this specific sector in my company doing? How we do that is we transform data into stories. So we typically engage with clients and we're trying to figure out what questions are you asking of the data. We have a content management system that drives these automated reports where you're essentially typing in variables as you're typing. So we can pick a location or a specific sector. We build one page for that, and then it rolls out for all the different sectors there. So we do have experience with data transformation in ETL. We've found that all data is different, not only as subject matter, but in how it's being stored. We've had clients who have Excel files, people who have databases, people who have Power BIs, and these analytical systems already set up. We can tap into that. As long as we can pipe the data out there, we can start to build automated reports. So what does that look like? I show an example here. It's kind of a good use case. We work for Verizon every year to publish the digital version of their data breach investigations report. This is a report on all the different industry sectors and the different patterns of attack that they're able to monitor on their network, and they publish this back to their enterprise clients as a report. Now, traditionally, that's like a 90-page PDF, right, that they put on their site. You're limited with number of pages. You're trying to retain attention here. What if someone just cares about the manufacturing industry? They have to go find which pages have that. And then you don't have that fine-grained control. So we built a digital companion to that. So now you can go to a page for any industry, see data specifically on that, and actually interact with it, right? So this idea, and I think at this example here, I have a thing there with a drop-down with 6 options and a double little toggle. That's 12 different charts you can make in one space. You're kind of limited in a PDF. That takes up a lot of real estate. You have to be much more selective and choosy here. So this gives a deeper dive into your data on the fly. Another good example here is we do also work with public organizations and governments, and we're currently working with the Secretariat of Economy in Mexico to build sort of their open data platform, looking at census data, economic data, industrial data, education data. And they've already had some great use cases of this where they have foreign direct investments. They meet with them, they come, they see, well, can we work together? They're able to look at this tool, say, well, what are you trying to do? Let's look at that sector. Well, let's look at that sector in a specific geography. And they're able to attract that investment instantly, just having this tool there at their fingertips and not requiring, oh, we'll put a report together and we'll get back to you in 2 weeks, right? This becomes like a tool that they can leverage on the spot. So what does that mean? What are we looking for? We look for collaborators here. I talked a little bit about this human element, both in visual design. We do take pride in making things look pretty and easy to understand, but easy to understand touches upon the content design, really. There's so much data. You could ask a million questions of it. Really honing down and defining what are the important questions that you're asking repeatedly of that data. Let's free up the data analysts to do their deep dives and do their research so that stakeholders, C-level folks, they have a tool that they can just quickly log in, see a snapshot on different parts of their business, and then make informed decisions based on that. So as Datawheel collaborates, we do an iterative design process where we'll come up with sort of the first draft. We did a little research into your data that you let us see, and we think this is the best way to lay it out, and then it's just a back and forth for typically 4 to 8 months is a typical collaboration, where we iterate on that. And you might say, oh, we don't talk about this way, can you put these buzzwords in there, or this looks formatted a little weird, or we thought we could do a bar chart, but maybe we switch it to a line chart. And then at the end of the engagement, you have this easily searchable tool that anybody can use, and we also hand over that content management system. So down the road, if you want to add a new chart or change up something in there, you have full kind of admin access behind there. So come talk to us at the booth. I think doing a live demo helps out a little bit, and myself and Alex will be there to talk with you. Thank you.